Hello everybody, welcome back to Combe Valley Campers. This is effectively the finale of Domi's van, our flagship build T6.1, and in today's video we are going to cover fitting the interior and the rock and roll bed. I just want to take a moment to say thank you to our sponsors, Howden's Modified Van Insurance. That's right, A-Plan are now Howden's. They still do exactly the same in that they will insure your van from the time you buy it until you completely convert it into a camper van and beyond. And if you want an exclusive rate on your next policy, please mention Combe Valley Campers and they will sort you out. When it comes to building your van, there are many different options to choose from. When we first started this series, we laid out a plan. Domi and I were sat in this van, face to face, chatting to each other, letting you guys know what we want. And one of the things we did want was a really wide bed and a full interior. Now there's only really one way you can achieve that goal, and that is going for a slimline furniture unit. And that's exactly what we have here. This is the Slimline Premium in white from Cool Whip Camper Van Conversions. And we've paired that with a 130 width rock and roll bed from Rusty Lee. It's the legless rock and roll bed. We have used it in 3/4 width form as a 110 in the 2K T5. But in this one, we wanted the wider bed, knowing the way we camp and the way we use our van. We don't need as much storage space because we do all of our living outside. Following on from that, we've chosen not to have a hob in the top, not to have a sink in the top. We just wanted to have the storage space. Also, we chose not to have a fridge. This cutout here is perfectly shaped for most compressor fridges on the market, 50 litre, 48 litre fridge. But instead, when we spoke to Cool Whip, we decided to have just a door in there because we like to store things in there. Now you may think it's a slimline, you aren't going to fit anything in it. I can guarantee you, we can fit a lot in there, and we've had to. We travel a lot through Europe, we go to Poland for Christmas, so when you're stuffing in Christmas presents, gifts, snowboarding gear, gloves, hats, everything else, you need every feasible square inch of space, and we have filled it in this van and still maintained like a clear worktop, workspace, whatever it may be. The rolling tambour door on the side is a really nice piece of kit, so you can access that cupboard without closing the rock and roll bed. And this space here, again, although slimline, you can fit quite a lot in there. So as an interior, it's a fantastic unit. You've got the top lockers as well. They're really good for storing your smaller bits. Let's say your teas, coffees, sugars, canned goods, or even things like mini board games for when you're traveling. I've built it already, as you've noticed, because we have already covered a Cool Whip camper van interior build. We've done, I think it's an hour-long video. And although that was based on their plug and play interior, this is effectively the same, just slimmer and without the electrics. We've chosen to put our own electrics, which you can see in a previous video. So it's just the standard unit. So to reiterate, this is a Slimline Premium T5/T6 interior, short wheelbase from Cool Whip Campers, available down below in the link in the description. And once paired with a 130 width rock and roll bed from Rusty Lee, it's going to go in just fine. Now, although this is the finale episode of this series, there's not really going to be a lot to show you because we've already built the interior. If you want to go and see how this interior is made, just click up here. There's a whole video, maybe after watching this one, but there is a whole video on how to build this interior unit. And also, if you were to buy one of these, the instruction manual from Cool Whip is incredible, and the customer service from both us and Cool Whip Campers is exceptional as well. So if you've got any problems, just give us a shout when it comes to it. But I'll give you that link up in that card and also down in the description for how to build this interior. If you can operate a screwdriver, you can build this. That's as simple as it is, really. And as such, because it's a completely built unit out of the van, it's a very easy thing to fit into the van. We just need to lift it up between 2 or 3 of us and then effectively screw it in. And as you've seen in previous videos, we've already done all the prep work in here. We've done our first fit of electrics, we've put in our headliner, we've put in our lights, we know where everything's going. You can even see on the side of the interior, I've added my light switches already, 2 40-volt sockets and some USBs. So once this is in, it's effectively only going to be routing the cables, and then you can see that in the previous videos. When it comes to the Rusty Lee rock and roll bed, I've done 2 videos on these rock and roll beds already, and I will leave a link to those. But I think the first thing we're going to do is probably recruit a couple of guys and let's get this interior in. Before I fit this interior in, full disclosure, it is June 2025. We actually finished building this van in August 2024. Unfortunately, we didn't have enough time to film the entire series and do it as in-depth as we wanted to. But that being said, I can now tell you how well this interior works, how well all the electrics work, so please take a look at all those other videos. But what we did do was tear the interior out on Monday. It's now Wednesday, and now we're putting it back in again just for camera. But we can rectify some things that we did in a hurry in the last video, and one of those is the mounting system. Now, this interior is really, really easy to fit, as I've said already. Because the design of this interior means it's got an entire footplate, you can just screw the interior down, and that's it, it's kind of done. What we decided to do, over and above just screwing it to the floor, was to put in an extra mounting point just up here. We've used one of the L brackets we have in stock and attach it to this A, B, C, D pillar, effectively, the tailgate aperture. And in a rush, we just screwed it in. But what I'm going to do now is use a riv nut fastening to hold that bracket in for the purpose of putting in that interior. And I'm going to show you how to do that. We've already done videos, much like awning fittings and things like that, on how to fit riv nuts. But basically, if you don't know, a riv nut is a threaded insert that you can put into metal. You need to drill a hole the size of the main shaft of that riv nut. You pop it in, and then using a riv nut tool, similar to this, you compress the shaft of that riv nut into the metal, and then it gives you a threaded fastening hole in the metalwork where you need it. So, in this case, it is a 9mm drill bit. I've already got the pilot hole because we screwed one in there in the first iteration of fitting this interior. So I'm basically going to drill this hole, fit the riv nut, and then we've got a bolt hole. The riv nut is attached to the gun. Pop it in. And there we go. We have an M6 fastening for that main anchor point for the top of the locker. We do have other fastenings at the top, and that is to hold up the top locker because it's quite a heavy piece of kit, and to stop it from drooping over time with the load in it, we've got some extra L brackets that will just hold that up, and we will just screw them into the top of the window frame. For this purpose, I will not be using a threaded nutsert, but for this point where there is a lot of weight moving out of the van, that's what I'm going to use. I don't feel we need any other fastenings on this interior. The way this interior is built and the fact that it's got a huge floor plate on it that is screwed into the floor is enough for this structure to stay in place. So I think let's get the guys involved, let's pick up this interior and chuck it in the van. So now the interior's in, you can do your adjustments if needs be. You might find that you've got a deeper floor or a more shallow floor, which means you might have to remove some bits and pieces out of this. But in reality, if you have a 12mm floor on a standard transporter, you will find that this profile here has been created beautifully to mould in with no gaps. Even down where you're never going to see it, it's moulded in beautifully down there. So once you're happy with the position, all we really need to do now is chuck some screws in that are going to be long enough to go through the base and go through your 12mm floor. And we're going to fasten that riv nutted point in the L bracket that I did earlier, and then right up in these top lockers, we're going to put some L brackets up here, and that will just hold up this roof locker, because I was just a bit afraid that over time, with weight in it, it might sag. So let's get on that. Let's find some screws, a screwdriver, and get that in place. Although this is a strong interior, I wanted to add just a couple of brackets up on this top locker here, like I said, because over time I felt that this might droop. So out of some spare stainless plate we had, just bent up some brackets, and they're going to attach with just some self tappers up here. Now the interior's in, it's the best time to put the bed in. It's been tried before, bed in first, interior in after, doesn't happen. Now I'm not going to go into the full fitting video for this bed, as discussed. We are going to be placing it in and dropping the bolts in. One, because we've already fitted this bed, and two, because there's already Rusty Lee bed videos on the channel. And again, I'll leave the link either up here or down in the description. But for now, we've got the muscle in. Let's get this bed in, drop some bolts in, and show you the final result. Before we bring Domi in then for her final reaction, let's go over what we've done today. We've built the interior, and you've seen that from the previous videos. We've placed in the bed, and you'll notice that magically a front panel has appeared. Now, when we got the interior from Cool Whip Campers, they didn't have a front panel for a 130 Rusty Lee bed for a short wheelbase T5. So they sent us some matching material, and we then had Terry, our cabinet maker, scribe that all out for us, and he's made that lovely front panel for us, because we didn't want to draw anything on this one. We just wanted a piece of board to tidy it up, make it look pretty, and put in the utility sockets. There's a 12-volt cigar lighter in there, a 240-volt socket, and a USB. Now is the busy part. If you've seen the previous videos about the electrics, now is the time to connect all that together. In a previous video, we showed you what electrics we are going to be using and how it's all connected. And you're just going to have to wait until the final video to see the final result. But for now, let's bring in Domi and get her reaction. So it's all in, the bed, the interior, the headliner, the floor. What do you think?
No, it's great. I mean, it's lovely for the floor space. I like the color. It goes lovely with the headliner, with the flooring, with so all the finishing touches.
Worktop, headliner and floor all matches in beautifully.
Yeah, lots of storage space, which is great. Obviously, we didn't want a sink, so we've got nice space on top.
Mm-hmm. And we know, because we've had this built like this for a while, and all the guys know that we've had this for a while, the bed's really comfy.
Yeah.
And the kids actually find it quite comfortable.
Yeah, and we can fit quite a lot in the cupboards, especially coming back from Poland with lots of jars of cookies.
Yeah, lots of presents over Christmas. We can stack them all in all the bits and pieces, and actually under that Rusty Lee bed as well, there's masses of space. That's even with the Clayton in there as well. We've achieved what we wanted to, haven't we, in terms of the build. We've got the space, we've got the large bed, and then we've obviously had a roof tent on it, and
Yeah.
people have seen that from a previous video. And actually for the last 10 months, it's worked really well. But what we're gonna do is wait for the final video.
Yes.
And then we'll go through everything we've done, and you can see the final result, including the electrics and everything else that goes with it. And I look forward to it. But for now, thank you very much. It's been a long journey. You've seen this van be converted from a panel van, straight from the sales forecourt. We've changed the brakes, we've changed the suspension, we've fitted windows, fitted the roof rack.
Yeah.
Had the
signage,
graphics,
yes,
yeah, had the
van
graphics
shades,
done.
Van shades, what else? We've got so much to it.
So much has been done, and everybody
Lights.
who's helped, you know, all the team here at Combe Valley Campers, all the guys who have helped with the build, everybody who supplied bits and pieces as well. We can't thank you enough, and we shall go into that a lot more in the final video. But for now, interior's in,
Yeah.
bed's in. All the links to all the bits and pieces we haven't covered today are going to be down in the description, so go and look for them there, and we'll see you on the final video. I cannot wait.